Okay, so am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. As Samson has mentioned, this is the introduction for WebCat to develop the survey tools. So we'll have some presentations for the introduction part, and we'll have demonstration sections for the demo tool with Mia. So these are my outlines. We'll see the overview of WebCat, and we'll see how to get access and how to design and data collection, and what are the rights, user rights of WebCat. Okay. WebCat is an application for the research electronic data capture. It's a data collection tool for survey and for many for many purposes, be it for longitudinal or for time research purposes, and it has uh, many features that you can develop it online or offline. The online you can use to develop using the online designer, and offline you use the offline, you can use the dictionary, and you can upload any other files. So this RedCap has different types of questions that we can use during our development of our survey. We can use different types of open questions and structured and unstructured data. So it has this advantage so that we can use different types. Plus, it is secure and it has health insurance policy compliance. That's why many researchers and many institutions prefer RedCap over the others. And it was created in 2004 by Stanford University. After that, it becomes very famous, and many researchers or single and multiple site researchers use this RedCap because they give them the user full control over their data, and it's very powerful. So it's flexible and secure. Since the data is very secure, it has so many access controls like password, login features, and we can track the users during their activity or during the data collection. The others, so researchers, they prefer to use this. And it has so many features. They can develop through web, and you can use numbers, integers, pictures, audios, and different files that we can import and export. These features make it preferable over the others, and it has hint for data collection for verification in the others. Data collectors during their fieldwork, they can get hints under the questions, and it has branch logics. This makes it another preferable over the others. So these features make it RedCap preferable. Since the creation of the RedCap, more than 7,000 institutions use the RedCap, over 160 countries and 2.4 million projects. They use RedCap for their survey projects and to do some longitudinal data. This is the homepage. After we log in for our username and password, this is the web page that we find in the RedCap homepage, and we have the RedCap features and introduction to where is the RedCap. After we log in, we find the left side menu and the right side menu. In the left side menu, we have the project home design. This is where we can design through data dictionary, codebook, or designer. And there is also a button that used for doing data collection. Data collection button. This is where we can collect with our entry record, schedule, survey, and the others. And we have the application buttons. When we select this hyperlinks, the right side of the menu changes every moment. So when we click or when we select a new project, we face or we get these buttons, we should give the project title and select from the drop down menu, we should select the purpose of the survey, whether it is for practice, for quality improvement, for operational, or for research purpose. So we should select this purpose, and especially at the bottom, we have project creation options. In this option, we have 3 options. The first one is empty project. This empty project helps us when, or we select this empty project when we want to start survey from the scratch, from empty block. So this offers us empty or blank formats. But there is too. When we plan to use templates that are uploaded in the RedCap, or we can use XML files that we can upload from previous research or other, we can select these two buttons so that we can upload files from the previous. Develop the survey. To develop survey in RedCap, we have variables and filtration. So these variables to develop or to control over these variables, we have so many features that makes it more preferable, especially some fields are conditionals. In RedCap, we can validate our variables. We can put minimum or maximum, or as the previous presentation, we can use also ontologies, data dictionaries, and the others. So this ontology makes it more preferable than the others, especially make it fair our research or data, makes it more preferable than the other. The other is on the field, we can have field types, field name, and field labels. Plus, when our variables are required, we can select or we can modify it in different by selecting these identifiers, or we can customize the alignment, whether our question should present it in the left or in the right side, and we can put field notes in either. So we may have, especially in this group, we have different types of researchers. Some of them they may use structured, or some of them unstructured data. So that makes it RedCap more preferable for this. So we can use limited set for answers, predefined questions, single selections, and multiple selection answers. And for the unstructured, we can use PDA, pictures, QR code files, and text. So RedCap helps us to incorporate all this. For the unstructured data field, we can use all these validations numbers, phone number, minimum and the maximum, especially for biomedical ontologies. We can have different ontologies, over 4,000 different ontologies, like ICD-10, 9, and the others. As for the notebooks, here the notebooks, especially for clinical and the others, this is helpful to put some paragraphs in large text that helps us to our survey or data. For the structured ones, we have two types. Questions that have single answer and questions that have multiple answers. This may help during our analysis. For the questions that have single answers, we can select drop-down button, ready button, and preset questions or choices, yes or no, true or false. So, like it's presented in the left side of the menu. And the other, we can check boxes, especially for questions that have more than one answer, or if you want to select our participants more than one questions, we can use these check boxes. You can check boxes, especially when we want to add pictures, signatures, or some screenshot files or audio files. We can use at the same time. You can select in the field type. You can select the descriptive text, or you can upload files. So after we select this other descriptive files, that as you can see it, can upload images, video, or other files. If you select this one, it will help us to collect such data. The other feature is we can use the calculated fields. We can help us calculate BMI, mean, sum, and other features. So as we go to the field work, so always we should test our calculations whether they are at the best or not. So before we go to the field work, we must check all this. Even though we can manage through this online designer, we can manage online. You can make some modifications, add, remove, edit some variables. That is good to address before we change our tool to production mode or for to start the collections. After we click or after we select this, the designer on the bottom of project home design, we find this form one. In this form one, we can label or we can rename by click or by selecting this choose action to this, we can rename and enable it. So after that, we can develop our question step by step. If there are different sections, for example, if section 1 is demographic characteristics, section 2 is maternal health or gynecologic problems. So we can add sections by selecting this create button under data collection instrument. We can add different forms. So these forms can be edited through these files. So after we select that form, always there is one field that record ID. This is normal, you should not worry about this. But we can add questions, different type of questions by selecting this add field. When we click or we select this add field, we find this window or this file. So by selecting the field types and put field levels, we can go through. This variable name, this is important, especially during analysis. This is how the red cap differentiates one question from the other question. So this should be different across these different variables. So we should try to remember or to memorize during the analysis. This should be done as possible as human readable formats. The other, this is not optional. We can select whether this is required or not, or whether this is identifier or not. For example, if our field type is first name, this is identifier, you can select yes, or if our variable name is a residence place, or if we think that this is identifier, you can select the yes button. Or so by doing this, we can differentiate the others. The same is this is for text button, for text, white number, say first name, last name. So always this one is the variety of questions that we have. We can select from this menu. The other is for multiple questions. We should put the choices. After we select the multiple choices, we will get this field level and choice. So we should put in line that how we want to appear for the data collectors. So accordingly, 1, 2, 3, we give them sequential as what we want to appear during the data collection. So we should put this sequential. The other is the branching logic. This one is one best feature of RedCat. We can put subsequent questions in one question. For example, if we select other, and if you want to specify what that is, we can use this branch logic. So this question may appear after that question is selected, so that hide until the question is answered, or same way then the answer question will appear as that criteria is met. So after we click this branch logic, it appears this window. So we can drag and drop from these files. These are the questions that we selected in previous questions. So if question number 1 is selected this one, so the other question will appear. So this is one of the features of the branching logic. So this will not appear. And the other, we can export files from RedCap to different formats, be it in spaces, RedCap, Stata, and XML files. So this makes it more friendly, especially for analysis and to export this data. And there are users' rights. So you can limit the access of your users You can limit it only collect data. You can release edition, or you can access, uh, or you can hide completely. Even if you want to remove someone, you can hide the forms and you can give them full access. Also, it has user access control, that you can manage what to use what, and who can access, or who can have the right to edit, who can have the access to collect data, who can have access to. So this is also one another feature that we have. Here is the link for video. You can find it online, but here's the link. Very helpful video that how can you can create the templates. So I thank you.